Good morning, brothers and sisters. Haven't we heard so many beautiful words this morning about our beloved Pastor Manoj? I have to say, Dr. Kim, so many times I came here and there was always breakfast waiting. And I can just see in my mind Pastor Manoj outside with the umbrella, standing in the rain, waiting for someone to come to greet them. That's the kind of heart and spirit. So everything that was said this morning, the kindness, the generosity, the fatherly attitude, the love for brothers and sisters and for families is all true. But I want to say just one thing about Pastor Manoj. He kept the tradition of our true parents here, and the tradition that he was taught by our true parents. And that's the legacy that he leaves here. And that's what we're extremely grateful for, Pastor Manoj. Thank you. We are now going to do our installation ceremony. The great thing about these ceremonies is their appreciation and congratulations. You might say this is the best Sangwa ceremony anyone would ever have. It's that kind of atmosphere and environment. So we want to really send off Manoj with our appreciation, but we want to welcome our new pastor, that the Holy Spirit of God can come down, not only upon her, but everyone in this congregation, because no general is great without soldiers. No pastor is great without the unity of the brothers and sisters in the community. So your unity is so important. And that's why this transition is very sacred and very holy. So I would like to, at this point, invite up Pastor Manoj to give a final few words before we invite CRESCENTIA up. Let's welcome Pastor Manoj one more time.
Thank you. Good morning. Please have a seat. Thank you, Dr. Kim. Thank you, Reverend Dunkley, family, Reverend Busing, and pastors from our region, Reverend Shota, Reverend Baldwin, Pastor EJ, and also Reverend CRESCENTIA and Leighton, CRESCENTIA's parents. Thank you so much, Reverend Dental, for coming from, I think you're staying in New York now. Thank you. Thank you, brothers and sisters. It has been a wonderful time. Actually, this is maybe in last little over 8.5 years. Probably this is the first program I wasn't involved in organizing. Otherwise, almost everything happened. Like, even though I'm directly not there, I was aware of what is happening, and either through the ministry leader or either through the brothers and sisters organizing. But this one, anyway, it was Soin and Riko-san who were kind of part of that. They were saying, Pastor Manoj, don't worry, we will organize this. It's not, this is for you. I mean, thank you so much for organizing such a wonderful ceremony. And I was really confident that everything will be all right, and I feel that. Just a couple of weeks ago, I saw one picture of me, which I never saw before. It suddenly, my siblings got that picture because one of my aunt, my mother's younger sister, who is a Catholic nun, she is a mother superior in one convent. She lived very far away, northern India. That's the mission area many times. People from our area, Catholic priests and nuns, go to northern India for evangelization and running schools and things. Ever since I remember, she was there, but she always come back to, like once in 4 years, she come back. Unless there is a death or there is a marriage, she cannot come. Once in 4 years, she would come. But she sent us always, at least once a month, we receive letters from her. And this picture, she had that picture. One time when she came there, when I was little over 2 years old, from my mother's side, almost everyone, like around 20 people in that picture. Then when I was looking into that picture, I'm the only one beaming, smiling so wide mouth. And then I was, why I'm smiling? Anyway, in that time in India, taking a photograph maybe once in a year or maybe once in several years, that's what happens. It wasn't very, very common. Maybe that's why everyone was freaking out how to smile and everything. But I didn't have any worry. Maybe that's why I was smiling. But same time, I thought, I was the only one. My father was carrying me up, and I'm really smiling. I thought, oh, maybe because he's carrying me, I feel his presence. I was so comfortable because he was holding me up, and I'm like that. And I could feel that happiness. I had that relationship with my father many times. Even after he scolded me strongly for something, immediately after a couple of hours, I could feel his love. And even this morning, early morning, I was driving. Today I was driving by myself, and they came in separate car. I called my mom, and I could feel her presence. I could feel, because there is someone I can talk to, someone I have take care of me, someone who always pray for me. I feel that comfort. And same time, I remember I started working here in 2011, February. I think it was February 11, I started working here. And I remember the church staff that time. It was Pastor George Kasakis was the pastor. Mr. Terry McMahon was there. Mrs. Masako Fedama and Mrs. Endo and Pastor Joe Leonard and many others also. Everyone really welcomed me. I remember even the first conversation I had, and I have a very good memory. Also, Raymond, I didn't think you remember our conversation, that I still vividly remember that in fellowship hall. You are telling me that, I don't know you. Now how can I talk to you? He was on the other side, and it was our first open town hall meeting we were doing when Dr. Ann was the pastor. Then I thought, wow, he's really good. And then when I became pastor, I thought, he is really good. He is really outspoken. I want to get him as the youth pastor. Anyway, he was one of a wonderful youth pastor, Raymond. I really appreciate the time I had with you. And I was so fortunate to have amazing, wonderful ministry leaders, wonderful staff always to rely upon. Anytime I need something, and they were there. And Eriko-san, she was there all the time, any time of the day. And even when I'm in Korea, many times, even during Foundation Day and Sungwa anniversary times, even when I'm away, even both of us have broken English, we could understand fully well, and things go well, very well. And with every staff, I had that kind of opportunity. I remember when I started working, Mrs. Fedama guiding me throughout everything going on in her ministry and sharing. And Mr. McMahon show me all throughout the building, this is what we are doing, this is the way to take care of things and everything. And Pastor George also sharing about, and also one by one, I was able to connect with all of you. And I was totally a stranger when I came in. Just like, when I was baby, my father was the only one holding me. But now I know everyone in my family. My family in my hometown, we live in that hometown more than 400 years. And many more. We have like almost 300 different families within our larger family. And many of them, I visited them when I become adult. I want to see all of them. And here in our community, it became my family. I remember my first time I'm visiting Ben's family. My kids were so excited, and then many other families. We could feel that that's our family. And all of our community leaders, our volunteers, and in even every single one of you, even sometimes we don't talk many things, but I learned a lot from you. I could feel your love towards me. And many times I remember some of you correct my English. I appreciate that. I learned a lot. I learned so many new words after I started preaching. And I still remember sometimes you send me good comments and critical comments. I learned from all that. I still remember very clearly that Mr. Sabrin sent me a comment about after I used a Bible passage, and then I was preaching on how you should follow, absolute following. And then Mr. Sabrin sent me a message, Pastor Manoj, that's not just that. Then I started reading that whole book of Bible. And then I learned, wow, that's way beyond more than that. And from that point, I started reading Bible more than I used to. I learned a lot. And every one of you remind me so many wonderful things. And I always know many of you pray for me. And because I know all of you love me and care about me, I never felt anything lacking. And I don't have even one Sunday here in this last 8.5 years I regret. I always came here and I went back with more joyfulness within my heart. And sometimes the weekends, as we are preparing towards weekend, I'm really tired, exhausted. But Sundays and Mondays is the best days in my week. Mondays not because I started taking off last 2.5 or 3 years, but because I could remember your faces. Many times I heard for pastors, Sunday afternoons and Mondays are the worst days, and many of them quit on those days. But to me, it was always Sundays were my best days because I could meet with you. I could talk to you. I could give you interaction. I could I could shake your hands. And that interaction made me so happy. And then we were even... We usually have a meeting with our staff on Tuesday mornings. And then one point, me and Rani was thinking about, we should do it on Monday, because Mondays we are really excited. Let's do it on Monday. And then anyway, because of many other practical things we need to do on Monday mornings here, cleaning up and everything, so we couldn't do it. Otherwise, I thought Monday mornings are best because we come back from that excited spirit and we have feedbacks from community, then we can really do really great. And also I want to thank, I have great relationship with working with wonderful Providential Organization leaders like Mrs. Nelson. And also UPF, we did not have a leader for when I became the pastor, our UPF wasn't active. And then one by one I talked to different people, and then I had Tony Vosa he stood up, and then he was a wonderful leader. Then again, Reverend Tamilasio continued, and thank you so much. And also ACLC leaders, I worked with Reverend Donishi. He was always amazing. Then after that, we had Reverend Agulan continued. And also Women's Federation also. Right now we have 4 different leaders but still doing amazing work. And I thank you so much for that. And also, I can never forget the support I received from Dr. Kim for everything we did. I remember I'm sending when almost after 6 months, I became the pastor. I sent my vision to what we want to do in our community to Dr. Kim and to Dr. Balcom. And I think Reverend Dingley I shared with you later. And I still, in this last 5.5 years, I kept my commitment to that vision, which I prepared based on International Headquarters Tribal Messiahship Plan. And with that plan, we had several members joined here in this past 5.5 years. We have older members and younger members. We had several of them join. And some of them are the most contributing volunteers here. And I'm glad that we were able to have, not so many, but we have some members joined. Thank you so much for the support. And I really feel I want to appreciate Dr. Balcom. I had a great working relationship with him. He came here so many times. And also Reverend Busing, you came here many times. And even though your time was very short, I felt it was really great. And even before you became the national president, I felt it was even better time I had with you and Mrs. Busing. And we felt they were our parents and they come and stay with us sometimes, and that was so beautiful. We appreciate that. And even also some of you may not come here very regularly, but still I feel your presence, your prayers, your support. And some of you who came from Pennsylvania today here, and you go to Pennsylvania Church. Some of you, Reverend Balvin, you made this long trip from Pittsburgh. Thank you so much. Even though you are far away, I feel you are so close to my heart, and even everyone who live in Pittsburgh, and David Beal, and also Lipwakens, and everyone very close to my heart. And brothers and sisters from Delaware, I don't see them every week, not every month, sometimes not even a year, but they are in my prayers and in my communication every week, perhaps sometimes even every day. And sometimes we know daily things, what do we do? And I believe that's because that kind of relationship we could make. And that's why, because of that relationship, I never felt anything lacking in my life. And almost like I feel like I'm surrounded by a multitude of my parents. And not just one physical father and mother, and with many. And always I felt Dr. Ang and Mrs. Ang, even not always talking to me directly, but always I feel their presence even in my home. And I thank you so much for that. And again, even today, I'm stepping down from this position. But the relationship I was able to make with all of you, it will be there forever. It's not just, my relationship is not just because I was here, I was in a paid position as the pastor, but I was able to be here as one of the community member. And to me, that was the biggest pride I have in my heart as being part of this wonderful community our beloved two parents made for us, our beloved God created for us. And I feel Jesus' presence here, the sacrificial love of our Lord Jesus, and that life he has given for all of us. I felt in all of your presence, I felt that love. And I believe with that we can go ahead. And also the way we need to create that atmosphere, that create that divine atmosphere, is not when everything is perfectly clear and good. But sometimes with things like it changes and everything is difficult, and then that's the time Satan can invade very easily. And that's the time, as we sing that second song, Chase Away the Power of Satan, Satan can invade us anytime within communities, within families, and within our own personal lives. And this time, we really need to chase that away and so that we can unite together as one unified body, so that we can really glorify those true parents who give us this opportunity to understand God's love, to understand Jesus' love even better. I did not understand how deep Jesus' love. If I wasn't able to understand, if I wasn't able to connect with true parents, I would never understand Jesus the way I understand now. And if I was able to meet with true parents, I would never be able to understand, make a relationship as much as I could now. If I was not able to meet with true parents, I would never appreciate my own parents as much as I appreciate them now. And I remember calling my father one day when I was preparing in India when I was national leader of India. I was able to do that for 3 years. I was preparing for a talk, an IEF, International Education talk, about family life. I was preparing and preparing. That was the first time I gave that presentation. Then before I gave that presentation, I felt I have to talk to my father before I gave. I never understood parent and child relationship as much as this now. I need to call my father and say sorry for something I did. And that kind of deep relationship I was able to make just because of true parents. And let us, through our life, let us honor them in everything we do. And everything they are doing is restoring lost relationships. And that's my understanding, and everything I did in my ministry with that point. And that's why sometimes I gave more attention in restoring a relationship or taking care of someone closer to me than thinking about many other things, like Raymond mentioned. And we all can do that. And I really want, one more time, thank all of you. And also, I often, everything I do is with Rani's support. And without Rani doing, I can never do that. Maybe for all of us, it's the same thing. The most difficult thing to satisfy is our spouse. The biggest critic of me is none of you, it's Rani. The biggest critic about my sermons and everything I do, and sometimes she's the one throw my sermons completely off. Like after my first sermon, she said, you didn't do this point. Then the next one, I'm trying to fix that, and then I don't know what I'm doing. But she helped me a lot in everything I do. Almost everything, even thinking about the church, even building about the community and making plans and everything, she helped me so much. And even in my sermons also, she helped me so much. My children also sometimes give wonderful comments and remarks. I thank my family, and thank you so much, Rani, for everything you did for me and in this mission. And would you like to come up and say something? Anyway, thank you so much for everything you have done for me and my family. We came here as a new family. I know I mentioned last week, I know only Reverend Pobans and Reverend John Gering from this community, and Dr. Bibi, I know him by name. I didn't know anyone else. But you made this it became my family and my home, and it's just because of all of your love. And I want to thank you for that, and I promise you that I'll be here as part of this community, and if I can live here forever, I'll be happy. And thank you so much. Thank you. And I didn't say everyone's name one by one, but I will get a chance to probably talk to you one by one again. And I'll be continuing for another 4 months supporting CRESCENTIA and supporting our rally. And thank you so much.
I don't think I need to say anything more than that. Sorry, Dr. Kim, sorry I didn't prepare the coffee. Yeah, I remember me and children came in 2012 to America from India. And I still remember the first Sunday we were sitting all the way in the back. And ever since then, you all received our family as part of this community. And we did a lot of things together. Our family was part of many joyful events, many sad things happened in our family. We were together, and I think God, really it's like we just came from India, and then in a few years we became a parent position of this big community. I think it was really, a big miracle from God, and we are the only one Indian family here in this community. So it was really amazing. But I think God had a plan. We all went through a lot, and then we grew a lot together. And I believe we supported you, all of you, or we were part of your, your life. And I can remember all those things very gratefully. I'm really grateful to all of you. And I really want to say thank you to my husband, and also doing this. And thank you to our children, because sometimes they had to stay for a long time after the service because of many meetings and things like that. Sometimes they are like, oh, we have to go home and things like that, but still they really cooperated with us. Thank you so much. And more than that, I want to say thank you to our true parents who gave us this wonderful opportunity to be in this community, and thank you all for allowing us to be part of this big family, and we will be continuing like that, part of this big family as one of you. So thank you for everything you have done for us. Thank you.
Also just want to remember that, some of the members who were here when I started, they are not here anymore. During my pastorship here, I think around 15 or 16 brothers and sisters, they passed on to the spirit world. Some of them I worked very closely. Some of them I didn't know them very well. But I want to thank all of them. And one more time, thank you so much, everyone, especially to our staff. And some of them I work every day, like Riko-san, Soin, and Che. And Pastor Joe is not here today. He couldn't be here. Jolinard and all of you Providential Organization leaders, and Sakino-san, all of you Kodan leaders, and Reverend Dinose. Thank you so much for everything you have done. We will be continuing everything we did together. And I'm sorry I forgot many of your names and many things. I know I took already too much time. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you for your beautiful words and testimony to our true parents and to this community. Okay. Thank you. Everyone, please be seated at this time. Well, at this time, I'd like to invite up our new district pastor for this region, District 3. And as you know, in our church, we have a tradition. We have a pastor's pledge, or a unification minister's affirmation of their duties and responsibilities as the pastor and the leader of our movement. So let us welcome up CRESCENTIA DEGOEDE, and I'd like her husband Leighton to come up and stand beside her.
Good morning, good afternoon, brothers and sisters. I will now be reciting the Unification Minister's Affirmation. You can take your seats.
I lost my program here.
Okay. As a district pastor for the Family Federation for a Heavenly USA, I acknowledge that I stand in a position of trust and responsibility in representing the position of true parents to the community I serve. I freely agree to be accountable to the members of the community, to respect the spiritual authority and leadership of the President of the Family Federation USA, and seek to bring glory, honor, and glory to God and true parents in all that I do. As a faith leader of the unification community, I affirm my belief in and desire to uphold the key tenets of the unification faith. God is the heavenly parent of all humanity. True parents, Reverend Sung Myung Moon and Dr. Hak Jahan Moon, are the eternal and unique ancestors of humankind who represent the consummation of God's providence. The divine principle and the words of true parents are the authoritative scriptures of the unification faith, and the holy marriage blessing is our central and holy sacrament. Our common goal and commitment is to build Chonoguk, the kingdom of God, where all humankind will come to live together as one family under God. I also pledge to attend our true mother, the only begotten daughter of God, and to commit to fulfill the providential directives of vertical and horizontal tribal messiahship, including the liberation and blessing of 430 generations of ancestors and blessing 430 families in my community. I also commit to uphold the highest standards of personal and moral behavior as an exemplary member of the faith community, with particular respect to the admonitions of true parents in 3 areas. I will adhere to the teachings and principles of absolute sexual morality and will remain faithful to my spouse and abstain from any form of inappropriate behavior. I will refrain from the misuse of alcohol, drugs, and other substances. I will respect all people as the sons and daughters of God, listen respectfully to others, and keep confidences, doing everything I can to avoid intentionally hurting the heart of another as I carry out my responsibilities. I will practice the utmost integrity in the use of public money, assets, and resources. This we pledge.
Aju, everyone. Okay. At this point, I'd like them to remain up, CRESCENTIA, our new pastor, and Leighton. What we are going to do now, we're very fortunate to have Dr. Kim here today because he's our regional chairman and continental director, and he directly represents Mother. So we're going to ask him to give a representative prayer, to have him come up here, and all the leaders, the sub-regional leaders, the president, Reverend Dunkley, Pastor Manoj, other Pastor Shoda, all those leaders from the area here, department leaders, you can come up and surround behind Dr. Kim as Reverend Kim will offer a prayer, and then we'll all stand up and connect when we have unison prayer together, okay?
Dear Heavenly Parent and true parent, heaven, earth, and humankind, thank you so much. We share our appreciation, our dear brother Manoj and his family. Wonderful and dedicated heart toward Heavenly Parent and true parents and all humankind, and especially this Clifton community. And now, our dear Heavenly Parent and true parents, bless this new leadership and CRESCENTIA and her family. And as you bless her, and please bless her leadership and ministry, and here around this area we call New Jerusalem. and at the same time, our dear true mother coming to this city. So let us unite together, centering her and her leadership and her ministry and all her steps around her, support fully and unite with the spirit of true parents. What is our goal? And we practice Heavenly Parents' love and Heavenly Parents' teachings, Father. Father, please guide this family and her leadership right here and build this community stronger and stronger and practice true parent leaderships and true love and teaching the God's message centering on true parents. I bless all these things in the name of Kyung Kim, blessing true family. Aju. Aju. Aju.
Let us have unison prayer, brothers and sisters. Pray with a deep heart for unity, for our community, and one family together, supporting our new pastor, CRESCENTIA DEGOEDE, and her family. Thank you, brothers and sisters. Let's give a big round of applause for our district pastor, CRESCENTIA DEGOEDE. This is a special time, and a blessing of God is upon her for a great future here in New Jersey. Let everyone please be seated, and I'd like to invite Pastor CRESCENTIA, and if her husband wants to stand beside her, she can give us some words.
Good morning, brothers and sisters. Good morning. Good morning, my family. This has been an amazing morning together, hasn't it? I want to just begin by thanking, from the bottom of my heart, Pastor Manoj and Ronnie for the investment that they've made in this community. I know we've appreciated them so much, but they've deserved every single minute of it and more. And I'm really, really grateful to be inheriting the foundation of this incredible ministry that you've built here in District 3 and in Clifton. And I really thank you for trusting me to carry the torch on in this community. And I look forward to working together in the coming years as we go forward together as a community. So one more time, please thank Pastor Manoj and Ronnie. And also, I really want to express gratitude to our Heavenly Parent and true parents for the foundation that Lathan and I stand on. As blessed children, a part of this worldwide family of Blessed Central families. We are truly, truly blessed people. And because we're so blessed, we have so many blessings that we can pour out to others. And I'm so grateful and so honored that we can be given this opportunity to serve in this capacity as the district pastors of District 3 and pastors of the Clifton Family Church. And I really want to thank and express my deep, deep appreciation for the trust and the support of our Continental Chair and International Vice President, Dr. Kim, and also our National President, Reverend Damian Dunkley and Yumiko. They are incredible, incredible leaders, and we are so blessed to have them here in America, guiding us and leading us at this time. Also, I'm here alive because of two amazing people, my mom and my dad, Claire and Jeffrey Hinkle.
Thank you.
And also Lane's here because of his mom and dad, Deloise and Jan DEGOEDE. And, as second generation, as blessed children, we stand on such an incredible foundation. And we've had this amazing opportunity to be raised up as the first children, part of the kingdom of heaven on earth. And the way I see it is that there's so many brothers and sisters in this world that are waiting to be a part of this family. Here in Clifton, here in District 3, here in America, and throughout the world. And it's incredible. We live in one of the most incredible times in human history, where our true mother, the only begotten daughter of God, is alive and testifying to God's love on the earth at this time. And that she's coming here to New Jerusalem. Woo! It's an amazing time to be alive, to be able to be serving as a leader at this time. And I know that, with our true parents' spirit, everything is possible. Our true parents have shown us time and time and time again that when you have a dream and when you believe and when you never give up, miracles happen. And I don't know about you, but I'm prepared to bring some miracles here in New Jerusalem and throughout District 3. Now is our time, brothers and sisters. And it's a time not for one generation or another, not for one culture or another, one race or another, but every single brother and sister to enter into the kingdom of heaven as one family under God. And here in New Jersey, we have one of the most beautiful salad bowls in America. And I think that gives us strength. And I think that makes us beautiful. And I know that there's so many more who can come and be a part of this family. And I want to welcome them in with open arms and loving hearts. And if we look around, we have more of our older generation than our younger generation represented in this room today. Is that real? Is that true? Okay. So we got to do something about that. Because I love my brothers and sisters. And I want to see them here worshiping with us. And I want them to be there when True Mother is up on the stage welcoming their True Mother. So we've got some work to do in a lot of areas, but I'm excited and I'm inspired. And I feel that God is with me, with us at this time. And I thank you so much for the trust and the support that you're giving to me and to Leighton and our family to serve you in this way at this time. Thank you, brothers and sisters. Let's go forward together with our heavenly parent, our true parents, with each other, centering on true love, taking one step at a time until we experience the kingdom of heaven on earth every single moment of our lives. Adieu.
Let's give him a big round of applause, everyone. Welcome our new pastor, CRESCENTIA DEGOEDE. At this time, we have some special flowers that we want to present to them. CRESCENTIA, if you could come over here with your husband. Their children aren't here. They wanted to bring their children up, but they're downstairs. Anyway, they'll make their way up. Okay. But we'd like to congratulate them, and we have some flowers. So we have Mari Kato, and we have Kay Nakamura, who's going to present the flowers. Let's welcome them. Come up and receive the flowers. Beautiful. Wow. Thank you. Let's take a picture here with them. Dr. Kim, Reverend Dunkley, can you come? Okay, also the children, come in. Elon and Rosie. These are the two little ones. Okay, welcome the whole family here. All right. Okay. All right, thank you. Please remain here. We have a cake that we're bringing, cake cutting ceremony here. It's a special day. We actually have 2 cakes. So instead of 1, we got 2 because there's a lot of people here today. And 1 is actually One is congratulating CRESCENTIA, and the other one is for Manoj's family. So he gets to take it home. The whole family. So we're going to sing happy congratulations to you, and it's not just to them. They asked that the congratulations be to District 3. So if we could have some music, birthday music, happy congratulations to you. And then to District 3, okay?
Congratulations to you. Congratulations to you. Congratulations, dear District 3. Congratulations to you. Congratulations to you. Congratulations to you. Congratulations, dear District 3. Congratulations to you.
One more time.
Congratulations to you. Congratulations to you. Congratulations, dear District 3. Congratulations to you.
One more time.
Wait, okay.
Oh, we have one more cake. Okay, can you bring the... It's coming. No, we'll take this one off. We have another cake here for Pastor Manoj. Let's sing happy blessings to you. Is that good? All right.
Happy blessings to you. Happy blessings to you. Happy blessings, dear Manoj family. Happy blessings to you. Happy blessings to you. Happy blessings to you. Happy blessings to Manoj family. Happy blessings to you.
Yay! All right. Let's give them a big hand, everyone. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. We want, before we finish, we want to congratulate everyone for being part of this today and for your input, your commitment. Thank you so much. And we're going to have a photo together now. So, yes, we're going to have a photo of everybody here. Yeah. We got time to bring the banner down?